Hello and welcome back to the Triple Double with your host Cam.
Joe's back again.
And it's only a double today.
It's only a double. We've got Jack not here today, but
yep.
we move on. But where should we start? What's the topic of the week?
The topic of the week has been trades.
Big Simmons.
The deadline has done.
Yeah, deadline's gone. Harden and Ben Simmons. Big switch. Big trade.
It was a match made in heaven.
It was.
Wasn't it?
It sorted out the 76ers. It sorted out the Nets. Well,
Yeah.
not sorted out the Nets. It sort of surprised the Nets in a way.
But I think the Nets have sort of won that.
Oh, I think definitely they needed a defensive player, didn't they?
Yeah, and they got Seth and they got Andre Drummond with it, of which Seth and Andre Drummond debuted 2 nights ago, and they both put up substantial numbers.
Exactly. They didn't pay much for Seth Curry, which is not a bad little thing. I think they paid $8.4 million, which isn't bad.
No, exactly. I mean, they got rid of they got James Harden gone.
They got rid of someone that's obviously caused a rift in their team, with obviously KD hating him after he saw the. Did you see the draft for the All-Star game? LeBron was just creasing constantly.
Yeah,
and then KD was like, "Listen, like, that's so serious. He was not moving
because LeBron knew he was getting James Harden if
he
was
knew,
the last pick. You know
God.
what I mean? But yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons is finally going to play ball this year, which is always a positive. I mean, finally.
He stopped wasting the 76ers money, finally moved on.
Hallelujah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He struck to bat, and did you see where his first game?
No, I haven't.
No, who he could be playing against his first
Oh, it
game.
was 76ers, wasn't it?
I'm
sorry.
It was the revenge night, apparently.
Yeah, I watched the they did the press conference afterwards, after a game. I think he turned up for one of them.
Yeah,
I think it's just after he'd been announced that he'd moved to the Nets, and he said about I can't wait for it. I'm gonna be up for it, proper up for it. And just there, like, you know, the 76ers are gonna be gunning for him. Joel Embiid is gonna guard him.
Embiid will literally, no matter if he stays at the point, if he goes to the 2, if he goes to the 3, Embiid will just come out and just go, nah. Nick Claxton, Lance Drummond, you can go with whoever.
Like, the fragrant fouls that are gonna get released on that night are gonna be naughty.
Exactly.
But it's definitely gonna be a game to watch, because Harden. I don't think is Harden gonna be back for that? I think they said he's said 25th of February for his debut game.
Yeah, and it's the 2nd of March, so I don't see why he shouldn't be playing.
He's taken the number 1.
Yeah,
which is a weird one, which I thought was quite a strange one, because he stayed at 13 for a while, wasn't he? But so up to him. I guess whatever luck he's going to bring.
I think he wasn't allowed to take number 13. That's more.
Why not?
I don't know.
I'm guessing someone at 76 must have it.
I think someone's got it.
But yeah, no, I think it's good for the Nets. They've got, obviously, with Andre Drummond now. That's a good player off the bench. Maybe you can start as well. But no, Steph Curry, definitely another shooter. They've got Patty Mills obviously already, but it's another shooter they've got there that can then have off the bench playing. Just it's sort of a good rotation.
I think as well with that as well is because Kyrie's in and out at the moment, obviously because of his COVID thing. Yeah, it sort of gives them a guaranteed shooter.
Yeah, like exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, he's always going to be there unless he gets injured. Touch wood, he doesn't. But like I was thinking, like Kyrie, I think was the reason Harden left was that he wanted a constant team, didn't he? And I think we were talking about the fact that with Kyrie not being there, like all the time, it sort of ruins the team, not so much spirit, but the team, the way they play. So if you've got a player coming in and out, it sort of doesn't. It helps you to not have a rhythm in a way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the form can be different because they don't have that player there constantly.
But I think as well, with the Harden thing is like, apparently him and KD disagreed on offensive styles. Yeah. So like offensive plays and stuff, they both disagreed on. Yeah. But I had to agree with Harden on one bit. Yeah. He went because KD was like, I want a team with everyone's a winning mentality. Yeah. Which is great. I obviously you all want that.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
But when you've got Kyrie coming in and out. Yeah. I know because of the reason. Yeah. But that's not really a winning mentality, is it?
No, of course.
Because you're not willing to play every game and game.
No, exactly. He's like coming in when it's not convenient to him, but convenient to his health choices. Yeah, exactly. It's convenient for him for that. Whereas you need a player that's going to be willing to play every game in and out. I bet you see the bench players. I bet they play their arse off. I bet they work their arse off to get in that team. Yeah,
exactly. And
you've got someone that just sort of walks in. Don't get me wrong. I know Kyrie's been putting up 20, 30 points every time he's playing, but that's besides the point. You need to be there constantly. I think Harden. That's probably the reason why I probably would say fair play to Harden for moving, but. He's only been in the net. It was very snaky.
The way he's done it's another Houston thing.
Yeah, but then, do you think that him going to 76ers was the best thing he could do? Because I think personally, I don't think that they challenged for a title.
I think you're being very harsh there. They could go on a chip. They could go on a chip run because you've got their big 3 now. Yeah. You got Harden. Yeah. You got Embiid. Yeah, you got Tobias Harris.
Well, yeah, but
a big 3 that can do bits.
Yeah, bro, he's leaving KD. Do you know what I'm saying? KD is like, he's won chips, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no.
But be honest with me, can you actually see that Brooklyn Nets team winning a chip this year or next year?
It depends how much around Kyrie is. If Kyrie's not there, I don't think so, no.
Exactly.
Like, actually, it depends how Ben Simmons, if he hits the ground running, I'd say, yeah, I think with that Andre Drummond and all Patty Mills and all that, like, all coming off the bench, I think it works quite well. Yeah, it just depends how they fit into that system at the Nets. I don't know what Steve Nash is doing there. It seems to be working all right. But
I mean, the issue you got to look at as well is I looked at it and they were light in that centre role. They were very light in that big role. Yeah. And so bringing in Andre Drummond has sort of strengthened it.
Oh, he's a good player. Yeah, he sorted it out.
Because now you start with Nick Claxton, and you have Drummond off the bench. It sort of works.
You've got two there. You've got two decent centres that can then perform if one of them's injured, and so forth. It keeps that energy there. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's what some teams lack in the NBA is they don't have the depth. That's what you see the big teams that will pull through and teams that don't pull through. But no, definitely. I feel like the Nets are definitely... Yeah. They've definitely won that trade. I'd say both have in their respective ways. I think the 76ers have gained a better shooter. Obviously, they've lost Seth Curry, but Harden I'd take any day. I saw Embiid, practicing that double step back. You know, the fadeaway.
Oh, right.
As a left-hander myself, I love the little fadeaway. Also, because I'm short, so anyway, I can hit a three.
Yeah, exactly. Simple as it. But let's talk about some other teams that have done some business on trade deadline. So, you had Dallas, first of all, my team. We got rid of KP for... Kristaps Porzingis went to Washington for Spencer Dinwiddie.
I think you got rinsed there, I can't lie. How do you feel? Obviously, because you're a Mavs fan, I'm not really a Mavs fan, so I wouldn't know how to react to that.
I love Porzy.
I really do. I think, personally, from an outside, I think you've been rinsed there, but I don't.
So, I do and I don't.
Yeah.
We've lost a big, but we've brought a big in with Burtons.
Yeah, but is he an all-star like Porzingis?
No.
That's my point. I think Doncic and him together are ridiculous.
Well, Dinwiddie made his debut off the bench yesterday.
And how did he do?
4 points. 4 points today. Yeah, he shot 2 from 5.
Yeah, well that's my point. Porzingis is a starter, guaranteed starter.
He is.
I'm not saying Dinwiddie won't be, but do you know what I'm saying? Porzingis is the geezer.
You got to look at it. I think they're planning for next year.
Yeah. Oh, of course you are. Yeah.
Now, because that gap, I think we saved like something like 31 million in salary cap.
Yeah.
So. I reckon they're looking at free agency going, who's going to want to be a free agent this year that we can pick up?
Well, Dragic is a free agent.
Yeah, Dragic is.
14-year veteran.
He's a great player. I don't think
does he fit the Mavs?
Need him.
Nah, to be fair, you got Doncic, you don't need him.
Yeah, and I think whoever, I don't know who's in free agency this year or who's going to test free agency or whatever. But if we look at free agency, and I'll look at Dallas and then all of a sudden we're going, I don't know.
You've got the ability.
DeAndre Ayton.
There you go.
Right, DeAndre Ayton. Right, okay, so he could come.
Yeah.
Which in the long term
is perfect.
Is a better replacement, which is better defensively. Because Porzingis is great offensively.
Gets injured
a bit.
Yeah.
But he's not very good defensively.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. For a big, he should be better at defending.
Of which though as well, you look at it, and Luka's scoring 40 points a game.
Yeah. Do you need that? Do you need that extra point?
You still obviously do need the extra points.
Oh yeah, of course you do. Yeah,
but then Jalen Brunson, Tim when he's back fit,
they do enough. They pull through to help Luka to get the points. I think you need someone on the defensive front. Well, put it this way: the better defensive player you have, the less points your attackers are going to need to score.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be there blocking, rebounding, everything.
Exactly, and I think in the paint.
Yeah.
I know it's probably a long shot, but say we get Ayton, right?
Yeah.
Ayton's definitely better than Porzy in the paint.
Oh, I'd agree with you. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, a short-term look at it, it's a bit of an L.
Yeah, well, no, it would be though. It's an L. Anyone losing an all-star is an L.
Yeah. Unless we can get Spencer Dinwiddie doing some madness.
But it could be. It could be. Don't know. As I said, we've always slate people and they end up being good.
Exactly.
So I'm saying so.
And it could blossom into like a great partnership.
It could be one of the
Luka could form very well. But that's
that's what happens, isn't it?
But yeah. So
we'll talk about one thing I want to talk about is the Lakers. They've had a poor. They didn't no trades, bro.
A big L on deadline day.
They got rid of
big L.
Didn't they get rid of Rashawn Rondo as well? Was that them?
No,
it wasn't them. That's my bad. I don't know what I'm on about.
The Lakers, Just
they didn't sell anyone. They didn't get rid of Horton Tucker. They didn't get rid of Westbrook.
THT and Westbrook needed to go,
and they didn't get rid of them.
They didn't get rid of either of them.
But
that's first was a big L.
Yeah, but do you think the reason that Westbrook wasn't able to go is because no one wants him? They see how he's performing at the Lakers and think, oh, do I need that in my team?
Yeah, but I think a lower team such as Houston, OKC, or someone in that category, I can see going, we'll take him.
Yeah, but then after he left, Houston, do you think they really want him back?
Yeah.
What's fair? They need him. I know they do.
I know he left on not the best of terms, but he didn't do a Harden.
Oh, just dipped, and then suddenly 2 seconds later he's playing at the Nets, and you're there like. Yeah. But no, that's the problem with Harden. But no, I feel like the Lakers definitely needed to bring. They just needed a switch up. I feel like I don't know how they could have done it, but I think they needed a switch up with someone. Because their team obviously wasn't working. They needed maybe a humble player. I think what you said about maybe Dennis Schroeder coming in. Well, I know they had him last year. I think maybe that could have worked. So I know he got traded to
Boston.
Yeah, he got traded to Boston. And where did he got?
Then he went. Daniel Tice went to the Rocket.
That was it.
Daniel Tice went from the Rockets to Boston.
And then he went to.
Which I actually think is actually a solid little deal.
Yeah, Schroeder's a good player. Schroeder's a good player.
Because Schroeder is a decent little player, and for Rockets he'll thrive. But Daniel Tice as well going the other way is actually a little up and comer, and he could be very good. It's not really. They didn't lose a lot. They lost a little bit, Boston.
You say that though, but I feel like they've gained a young player that is going to be hungry to perform and play. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially with someone having like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown around him. Especially when they're on a 9-0 run at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
They're coming in high, fresh. Everyone's going to be buzzing in that dressing room. That's the perfect environment for him to come into and then perform and just be like, oh, come on then, let's show him what we do.
That's what I'm saying.
Get up to speed, and then Houston could be looking in 5 years and think, oh, why do we get rid of him?
Yeah, but then that's the players around him, though. Innit?
But then they've got Schroeder.
Yeah, because they've got Tatum and they've got Jaylen Brown. Yeah. He's going to thrive better than with Christian Wood and. I don't know, Jalen Green at the moment. I know Jalen Green is good. He's looking better and better now every week.
But he's a rookie, bro. You got to give him time. Yeah, I think
exactly.
I think with I think you made a good point earlier when we were on the train up here. It was about Schroeder. They traded him to the Rockets. No, Rockets got Schroeder, so and they would then maybe get Westbrook. Yeah, as it was an idea, wasn't it? That's what we had in our heads.
They were looking as a mock. I think a mock trade was put up of THT and Westbrook going to the Rockets.
Yeah,
and then Schroeder and John Wall the other way.
That's not bad.
Because you got to think. I think Houston did take a bit of an L on deadline day.
Oh yeah.
Not getting rid of John Wall.
Yeah, but
a player that's not.
He's not. I know he's not playing, but he's helping out the player. He's helping all the youngsters out. I think.
But
there's a lot more. I know it's not his job, but it helps the younger players to then take what he knows as being an NBA player, take it into their game. I know obviously he wants to be playing. I think he's wasting a year of his career here.
Yeah, and I think for both sides, it's not the best thing because he's not going to play this year.
Would he fit the Lakers though?
I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah,
even if it's just off the bench, I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah.
But John Wall should have done something at the end. Like the Rockets took an L on deadline day because they should have got rid of John Wall.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But they did bring in a decent little trade.
Dennis Schroeder. They got a shooter and a good player.
You know what I mean? They got a decent little player.
Good playmaker. So,
you look at it, and it's the Rockets have strengthened in one area.
You weigh it up, and you think one area one area. There's someone there holding us down there, holding on to money that's being paid out that they can't use on someone else.
Yeah. Speaking of another player that didn't go, that was apparently meant to go. Jeremy Grant.
Oh, I heard about this
from the Pistons. I think the Pistons have done very well.
What, to keep hold of him?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think the issue that they have is that maybe someone like Jeremy Grant, it's hard to get the right thing for. Like who's gonna put up the players for him to go somewhere else?
But he looks good though.
Yeah, he does
look solid.
Yeah, he does look good. But does he look good enough for a team to think, oh yeah, go on then, we'll have him? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
I reckon so. Because I reckon I don't know. I remember when we was chatting about this last time. Who was we chatting about? Who was it about? It was Jeremy Grant going somewhere. I can't remember who.
Yeah.
But we said we look at it and it's like there's 5. That starting 5 is either all stars or potential all stars.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think he's got the ability. No doubt.
It's just finding the right location for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like the conversation with Ben Simmons, isn't it? Player of all the talent, finding the place for him to go to. That he's not going to argue with.
Speaking of Detroit, quick, there was a report that come out after the deadline. Do you want to know what Dallas went to Detroit about? So Detroit asked about Jalen Brunson, right?
Yeah.
And Dallas went, yeah, for Cade Cunningham. Now, I'm not going to lie to you.
That trade would break the internet. I can't.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't mind Jalen Brunson.
As a Mavs
I think he's at least a little player.
As a Mavs fan, you'd be gassed if it happened.
If we'd have somehow done that, give our GM 10 years. I don't care. I don't care. But no,
he's one for the future, definitely.
Obviously, they told us to do one.
Oh, of course, yeah. Cade Cunningham is one of the most up-and-coming players, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But also Miles Turner. I know he's injured.
I haven't heard about this one, no.
Well, Miles Turner didn't go. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he didn't.
Miles Turner, for the start from like mid-December.
Or if he's injured.
Was like, I want to go.
Yeah, but when a player's injured, people are less likely to sign him. I know obviously the Nets took KD, but that's someone that comes with calibre. Do you know what I'm saying? I think there's a different level there. I think maybe if he's come through, if there's a player that's had more experience and he's got chips on his shoulders and stuff like that, there's a difference. But no, I didn't hear about this until it's announced, to be fair. I remember you saying, are you spoken about other stuff like that?
Well, also, I'm just having a look at some of the trades that went down. You know what I mean?
Go on. Shout out NBA Trade Centre for this.
No. This is
joking.
This is an app, man. Who else do we have? So Charlotte and San Antonio discussed the little trade.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
PJ Washington and Kyle Jones and a potential first round for Jacob Poeltl, which could have been very good for Charlotte.
Yeah. I
actually think could have been very decent, but didn't happen.
No. Well, that's the thing with Charlotte. I don't know, but no. I've seen something here. It was a couple of days ago. I don't know if it actually happened. Was Montrezl Harrell going to Washington?
Yep.
He did go, didn't he?
But I think a very underrated little trade that went under the radar. It was a 4-way trade between the Pistons, Kings, Bucks, and Clippers.
Yeah.
Right. Pistons got Marvin Bagley.
That's decent.
Sacramento got Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Jackson, and Trey Lyles.
Got a whole half squad there.
The Clippers get Rodney Hood and Semi Ajayli. I can't say his name.
Ajayli.
Bucks.
Yeah. Got
Serge Ibaka.
Oh.
I think that makes the Bucks a more chip side team now.
Well, that gives them another good player. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they had how many times have we spoken about having Chris and Antetokounmpo? It isn't enough for a championship side.
And I think Bobby Portis, as much as I love Bobby Portis, they did need that centre.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the issue that they had. That is they needed that. We all said this. That they needed another centre or some sort of centre that's going to help them through it. So then they had Brook Lopez, but was he good enough? Maybe not.
No, but Brook Lopez is injured at the moment.
Exactly.
I don't know. He's looking like not for the rest of the year. You know what I mean?
I remember reading that on the NBA app, but I didn't. Thing is with them, they always say that injuries are happening, but then they've also said that Paul George is going to be back in March.
Yeah, but that's this is the thing, right? The thing with the Clippers is it's very touch and go. You know what I mean?
Well, they've got no Kawhi. They sort of just.
Well, Kawhi's apparently meant to be back by the end of the season. But is he though? Who knows?
This is what I'm saying. Everyone just comes out with these reports of, oh yeah, you're going to be back in March. You'll get to April and he won't be there.
Exactly. You can never tell with an injury. You can never tell.
Oh no, of course you can't.
It's like take Zion. Oh mate, where are you? He was meant to be back, I swear, last year.
Mate, he's never going to be back. I can't lie. I've been sitting here waiting for him. The most he's done is done an NBA dunk cover and then sort of just dip, bro.
Exactly.
But no,
we saw one of the trades that went very under the radar. This is the last trade I can think of.
Yeah,
was between the Kings and the Pacers.
Yeah.
So Kings got Sabonis.
I saw it. I thought they got robbed.
Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday.
Yeah,
and a second-round pick. The Pacers got Buddy Hield, Tristan Thompson, Tyrese Halliburton.
They've just got rid of Buddy Hield. I think Buddy Hield's quality.
Buddy Hield's good. I'm saying that.
Tristan Thompson's also won a championship.
I think it's not that. I think the issue got there is Tyrese Halliburton.
Do you think?
100%.
What's the issue there?
If you went to me, who would you rather get rid of? Tyrese Halliburton or De'Aaron Fox? I'd have got rid of De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I would have agree with you on that.
Because they're De'Aaron Fox, as good as he's okay as he is, I don't think he wants to be there.
Well, no one wants to be at Sacramento Kings. I've said this before. I said, look, they're at the problem. They're in a point in their franchise where players sort of go there, they sort of play. They don't really do much. If they get to the playoffs, they've done well.
Yeah.
They seem to be a team that lacks, I don't know, the caliber to want to play and win a championship.
No, exactly. But
it's like a nothing team.
I think Sabonis going there is a good trade for them.
Yeah, they've won that
Sabonis
trade.
Sabonis is a good player.
Yeah,
I think he's very good.
But I think they've rinsed.
And Buddy Hield going the other way is also a very good pickup. So it's a bit of a weird one.
As I say, I feel like they've then picked up a good player, but then also got rid of 2 good players.
Yeah.
So you've basically just shot yourself with 2 shotgun bullets and then got a pistol bullet back. It makes no sense. If you're going to lose two big caliber players, you need to bring 2 in.
Exactly. And Sabonis is a very high caliber player.
Yeah, like look at the net. The Nets lost Carden. They bring in Andre Drummond and Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? 2 high caliber players, and it makes sense. Whereas with that, they sort of just left themselves out to dry with this. Obviously, you've got Sabonis. Sabonis is a good player, but when you've lost 2 of those players, 2 starters.
Exactly. I mean, they're 2 good players that should have been there. But finally, I said that was the last one, but I just remembered. We forgot about CJ McCollum.
Oh, of course.
He went to New Orleans, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. He's gone.
I don't know.
Who'd they take him for? I saw it on TikTok.
They got Josh Hart.
That was it.
Thomas Satoransky.
Yeah.
A first round pick, sorry. And Nickel Walker.
I saw Josh Hart. I respect this a lot. I saw it on TikTok. He was he'd been traded that day and he still went to the game. He still went to watch, and I thought, fair play to you, because some people be really salty because it happened out of nowhere. He was just gone. I don't think he was told about it.
I think that's because I think
Trailblazers wanted him.
I think Portland wanted him.
Yeah,
because giving up CJ McCollum is a big trade for them, especially when they ain't got any Dame at the moment.
Yeah, Dame's injured.
So Dame's looking out for the rest of the season, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, rest of the season.
So Trailblazers are gone, basically.
So Trailblazers are done already.
Yeah.
But they've seen Josh Hart and gone, you know what?
Give him a chance.
Let's look to the future now.
Yeah, do you give away your best asset, bar Dame?
Yes.
Well, because the season's not going anywhere.
Because
they're not going to win anything.
The season's done for them.
Yeah, but do you think that it's the right time to do that? I think is there nothing they can salvage at all? Where are they in the league?
They probably get playoffs. They probably get playoffs.
Well, then is it worth? They should have kept him until the off season, then sold him on. Do you think?
No, because I think
Josh Hart can do a place anyway.
Because you get Josh Hart in now, and Satoransky ain't bad, bro.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm not saying he isn't.
I think you get both of them in, get them into the squad, get them merged in.
Yeah.
When Dame comes back, you've now got Dame and Josh.
You've got 2 players that are You've got 2 players that are already ready in the team. Dame can then come back. Dame does not need warm up time. Let's be honest.
No.
Unless it depends if it's with a Wilson ball or a Spalding ball. Let's be honest. The way he's been playing. But I think to be fair, the way you've looked at that there is actually a good shout. But I do think CJ McCollum is a big miss.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Already for New Orleans, he's starting to show that he's worth.
Yeah, but I personally think he's on the same caliber of Dame. Maybe not right on the same. I think he shows moments. From when I've watched the Trailblazers, he definitely does show moments where I think.
He shows moments, but I wouldn't go. Yeah, he's on the level.
But then,
he could.
You say that, but Dame is not on the level of all the other superstars in the league because he hasn't done anything with it
at the moment. Yeah,
I think this season he's had a very, very. I call it dry. I call the season dry. I think the last season he was on fire. I remember him doing all those logo shots, all of that. And I think this season he's just sort of dropped off. I know he's injured now. But touch wood, he's back by the end of the season so that the Trailblazers can have a bit of a run in the playoffs. But but
apart from that was all the trades ready for deadline day, isn't it? There was some good trades. Teams won and teams lost.
I think Lakers and the Mavs lost. I'm being honest. That's
I think the Mavs took a bit of a down.
I think the Nets and the 76ers smashed it. The Nets smashed it more than the 76ers, but they both got worth. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they both definitely got worth.
Because you got to look, 76ers got rid of someone that they weren't going to play.
And the Nets got rid of someone that didn't want to play.
So, bosh, done.
They've just bombed,
Yeah, swapped them, and both of them want to play now, so happy days. Well, I'm not like as much as I hate Ben Simmons for what he does and everything, I don't mind seeing him playing, though. You know what I mean? I want to see him play. So,
well, yeah, of course. He's one of the best talents in the league. I'm doing that sarcastic with my fingers.
Defensive player of the year, you know what I mean? So,
he's got to perform at some point, and I think with KD and all this winning mentality, it makes sense to him to go there because that's either going to push him or make him be lazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I saw the MVP ladder came out, didn't it? And what's it called? Harden's now playing with Embiid.
Embiid is flying.
Bro, he is actually unreal. Him and Jokic
carrying
the league in that.
It's annoying because another big's going to win it, let's be real. And
yeah,
I like a big.
Yeah, but as I
do like a big.
Do you?
But I don't.
No.
I do like a big in the league. But I do also want to see I don't know who.
I would like to see like a Harden or a Westbrook again.
Yeah.
Thing, but I feel like it's the generation. I told you how many times have we said this? It's the generation of the shooting big.
Yeah.
It's the generation of that.
Bro, Jokic, Embiid,
Antetokounmpo. No, he can't. Behave yourself. Bro, didn't he go 70 for? He went for 17 for 20 or something. 50 points recently.
Yeah, but I don't feel. Yeah, that's great, bro. He probably slunk 3 threes, and all the rest were just like
all Euros. They're all Euro stats, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but no, definitely. I think it's the time of the shooting big, and I think it is. That's the way I look at it. I think that with Embiid and Harden there, if you've got an MVP stature player there with Harden, that's gonna hopefully drive him on for the title. But I feel like Nets definitely in the better position. Stronger. They've got more depth. They've been given more depth. I think definitely.
Yes and no. But they will be when KD's back. Sorry.
Yeah.
But God knows when KD's back yet.
They haven't said, have they?
No, and they're not putting enough time for him. Because you rush KD back, gets injured out for the rest of the season, even the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, look, when the Nets acquired him from Golden State, he was injured for 4 or 5 months. He was out the whole season.
But
he's done up in a Drake video before he'd even played.
Yeah. So far, I'd say.
We'll look at the All-Star game quickly. I think we've got now we've got Melo Ball in there now.
Well, now we've got 3 players that have come up because Harden, KD, and who's the other one?
Who's the other one?
Who's the other one?
That's poor from us.
That is very bad.
That is very poor.
Harden, KD, and
Melo's come in for him. Melo's come in.
Draymond Green.
That's it.
That's it. So, So basically, we've got LaMelo Ball,
who
is going to be MVP. He's gonna be just
MVP.
He's gonna be an MVP.
Mate, you're gonna have LeVar on his knees at the moment. The way you're talking about his son.
Guy is a bowler, bruv. Right. DeJounte Murray.
Jarrett Allen as well back. Yeah, DeJounte Murray.
I think very deserved.
I remember you said this. I feel like
he's in a Spurs team and he's basically nearly averaging a triple-double a game.
He's carrying.
You know what I mean? He's carrying that team.
Yeah.
And I think, it's deserved.
Yeah.
And finally, Jarrett Allen. I'm not gonna lie, you could take any of the 3 bigs from the Cavs. And I'd have gone, Fez. Evan Mobley, yeah.
Well, how many times have we spoken about the 3 Cavs? It's been working for them.
Yeah, it has.
It's nice to see a bit of recognition for the Cavs. Yeah. Obviously, they have been nothing since Bron left, and now they're sort of pulling through. It's nice to see them performing well without Colin Sexton as well. I feel like we said that we thought that it was going to be it'll either be win or lose for them. I think losing I'd say arguably their best player.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see them playing back. It's good to see them in the All-Star game as well. And it's in Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to see someone.
You got to see someone from their hometown.
Yeah, I mean, missing Colin Sexton because Colin Sexton's now ruled out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I know.
They've rolled him out fully for the rest of the season.
That is sad though. But I love that player. I still remember when I'm playing 2K16 with obviously when Bron was at the Cavs. And playing with Colin Sexton, like he was like
and the thing is,
80 rated player.
I forgot to say.
Was that Colin Sexton? I think it was Sexton.
We forgot to say.
Yeah.
They actually strengthened in the point position.
Did they?
They brought in Levert.
Oh.
They brought in Levert. So they've actually. I think they were one of the winners of the deadline. Trade deadline.
Yeah. It's 2K18, not 2K16. Sorry, Karen. I had to get in there.
But yeah, no. I actually think because they strengthened in a place that they need help.
Yeah.
With Kyrie's Levert, because let's be honest, Sexton's out for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah.
Rondo, as well.
Oh yeah, of course. I saw that. I saw they traded. They got him on the cheap as well.
Yeah, they did.
But I still feel that the Lakers need Rondo. I don't know why they got rid of him.
No, It was because they have too many big heads in there.
They've got too many veterans.
It's too many big I ams. That's all it is.
No, that's the problem with every team now. You've either got teams that are full of young, hungry players that want to perform and show off.
Yeah.
Or they're full of teams that are like, oh, we're the big bollocks because we've been around here all the time. Oh, we can just bully you through the ball. It's not working anymore.
No.
And you're going to get all these young players that are going to beat all these older players because they've got to prove.
And that's why the Suns are doing so well.
6-0
because they've got CP.
Yeah, CP's balling.
Who's not being like, oh, I'm the big guy, I'm giving the ball and everything. Man's just giving the ball, popping it.
He dropped 14 assists versus the Clippers.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's ridiculous.
But
Devin Book with another, is it 26?
D-Book's on fire. Yeah. Aiton's just something else still.
Their team's coming together it's been, the last 2 years, their team has looked naughty. I feel like this year, the Suns are favourite, you know.
I'll be honest, right, if the Suns do get rid of DeAndre Ayton in the summer and we don't pick him up,
he'll be fuming.
Oh, I'm going to be livid. We've got about 80 million in the salary cap.
You've got to spend that. But surely that means that's a really big attraction.
Because we just literally gave away, I think, Pawsey, who was on 100 and odd million.
Yeah.
And I think they added it all together and it came up to about another 80 million.
Exactly.
Dinwiddie and all that.
Well, you need to then pull someone in, bro. You need a Porzingis type player if Dinwiddie doesn't obviously come up to the plate.
But the issue I got with it is I'm very worried that they're going to go, because apparently I read this and apparently Jalen Brunson was going to get a 4-year supermax or 5-year supermax and get like 120 million. So it ruins it. And if that's the case,
why would you hold a player down like that? When you could then, get Kay Cunningham. That's true. No,
they see it. They do see it.
Yeah, but if you could then,
he ain't bad. He's a good player.
Oh yeah, he is. But is he Kay Cunningham? No, but
probably not.
But no.
But we was never going to get Kay Cunningham.
No, of course you weren't. No one's going to let go of that sort of asset anytime soon.
Not for that cheap.
No, of course not. But no, that 80 million, I feel like it acts as a bargaining power.
It does.
You could pull in a superstar with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we look at free agency.
Well, how long's Kyrie got left on his contract? What, in a year?
2, I think.
2, something like that. If you keep hold of some of that money, you get Kyrie for a year or 2.
Yeah, but we need to look at a big bro.
Oh yeah, you do.
Now we just got rid of all
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're still decent though, so I don't care. We won last night, so happy days.
Put in AD if AD keeps.
Oh no, I love AD, but no, don't come to the Mavs. Please don't.
That's what he had one good season at the Lakers. Now suddenly it's just all gone to rubbish. But
yeah,
I just feel like the league is mad, and I'm glad to see that the Suns are finally pulling through. Yeah, like it's actually really cool to see CP running the league.
Yeah,
like everyone knew he had the thing for it. He's been doing it in the shadows behind players, and now I feel like I'm saying at the moment, I feel D-Book's playing in his shadow a little bit. I feel like without CP, I feel D-Book is nowhere near as good as he is.
Yeah. I mean, I said this earlier. I said this earlier in the year, or like last year. It's true because as much as D-Book is good, and he is,
he's only as good as who passes it to him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Them 20 assists that CP gets in a game.
That's 40 points.
That's a 40. Yeah, that equates to about 40 points minimum.
If it's a 3-pointer. Also, D-Book is a 3-point merchant.
Do you want to know who I think goes to the finals?
Go on.
Phoenix, Cleveland.
What, in the finals?
Yeah.
Are you mad? What are you smoking?
Bro.
Do you think? Seriously?
Yeah. Brooklyn have dropped off massively. No, they're in the play-in at the moment. They're not even in the playoffs. They're in the play-in.
No, I saw that.
Right? So you got Miami at the top.
Chicago have dropped
Miami
off.
Miami are decent.
Chicago have dropped off as well.
Yeah.
Well,
no. They're still second.
No, they dropped off. I'm pretty sure they're what's it called, like Phoenix Suns have pulled away. They're not second. I'm pretty sure they're not second, bro. I'm pretty sure the State is second. Yeah, they are.
Oh, no, I'm looking at conference. You're looking at the full standard.
Oh, sorry, I am. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the normal conferences. And I'm looking at...
Oh, no, you are right. Yeah, no, you are right. My bad.
So, but I reckon,
Not the NBA app.
There's a few teams that... But I think Cleveland, with now LeVert, who will be a starter.
Yeah.
He will. He came off the bench yesterday. But he'll be moved into that team. So.
Yeah. It makes it perfect for them, doesn't it?
It does. And they got the three big things working.
But yeah. Obviously,
I can't see an issue with it.
We just got to see what happens at the All-Star game. They've got a lot of players there, haven't they?
Chicago and Miami are good. But I'm not going to lie, Miami, I think this is just a phase, and that's why they're top. It's just a phase. No, it is. I think it's just a phase, and they'll drop
I
off.
think they're looking like a bubble Miami at the moment.
Yeah, but then, like I said, though, it's weird.
It's a hard one to call. I understand what you mean. I understand.
We beat them last night.
I just think I'm just gonna say Suns are gonna win. Yeah, but that's mad, bro. I'm not talking about them.
But no, yeah, I think
I think it's Titus redemption year for Suns. I think the Suns are gonna win it. I personally, I can't see anyone beating them unless Touchwood, D-Book or CP gets injured. I can't see it. They're not pulling away. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, yeah. I think yeah.
I think with that, I think D-Book needs to get his shoe deal with Nike sorted.
Oh, shut up.
Stop wearing Kobe's.
He's got some headphones, mate. It's fine.
It's got headphones. But no, with that, thank you for joining us. We shall see you next week. Well, obviously, we've got All-Star weekend,
so we'll probably be reviewing that. I reckon
we might have an like a live reaction to it. We're not sure yet, but we'll see what happens. We're definitely going to watch it. We're going to see what happens. I'm looking forward to Jar and Trey going at it. That's going to be ridiculous.
And Ball.
LaMelo's just got that flair. I'm gassed for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
But no, drop down in the comments or tweet at us what you think was going to happen in the All-Star game. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in Cleveland.
Yeah.